Have you ever wondered why some agents make so much more money when we all have the same number of hours in every day? Well, let me tell you, it's a little trick called the perfect daily schedule. Now, for some of you, this might sound restrictive, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I got into real estate because I don't want to be on a schedule. That's fine. I can understand that. But if you really want to make the big dollars, if you really want to go from the Lone Ranger to a world-class team builder, or at least increase your dollars per hour, guess what? You're going to have to learn to develop and utilize a perfect daily schedule. Let me give you a quick idea of the difference between various types of agents and what their perfect daily schedules look like. It's not the same for everybody. For some people, it's going to be more casual. For some people, they're going to have a more balanced approach. And some people are going to get a little bit more hardcore about it. They're going to get aggressive with their scheduling. Here's the interesting thing. Just because you're the hardcore agent doesn't mean that you're working more hours. In fact, what it means oftentimes is that you're working less hours. You're just being more efficient with the hours that you have. Give you an example. The hardcore agent over here might be working 9 to 13 hours a day, 5 days a week. Interestingly, the balanced agent might be working 9 to 13 and a half hours a day, but they're generally going to be working 5 to 6, maybe even 6.5 days a week. Here's the scary thing. Those agents that run a more casual schedule, they tend to actually work more than either of the other two groups. They're going to work in excess of 11 and a half hours a day, and they're going to do that generally 7 days a week. I had a client recently, his spouse came to me and said, Michael, you gave me my husband back. You're my favorite person in the world. I said, what are you talking about? She said, he hasn't taken a day off in 3.5 years. And now that you've got him living on a perfect daily schedule, he takes all day Sunday off, most of the day Saturday, and he takes most of his evenings off. And oh, by the way, in the less than 7 months that he's been coaching with me, he had doubled the income that he made over the year before, while working less hours. Why? Because he learned to live on a perfect daily schedule, and he realized that it provided freedom. It didn't provide walls and boundaries, and it didn't bind him, but rather it gave him the freedom to live his life the way he wanted. So let's take a look at this. You know, the casual agent's probably going to wake up around 8 o'clock in the morning, whereas the balanced agent might get up at 7, and the hardcore agent might go as far as getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're getting some craziness going on with the lights. Bear with me. We're doing this all in one take, and it's candid. All right, so what about working out? The casual agent's probably not working out. The balanced agent probably is, probably for around 30 minutes a day. And the hardcore agent's probably putting in more like an hour workout every day. Now, I'm not going to go through each and every one of these things, but suffice it to say, you've got all these different things on the left-hand side here that are things that you need to do every single day if you're going to be a successful real estate agent. You've got to wake up on time, you got to work out, you got to eat, you got to prospect, right, somehow. You've got to do your lead follow-up, and by the way, lead follow-up is the single most important thing you need to do as an agent on a daily basis. You've got to master lead follow-up. The fortune, as they say, is in the follow-up. You've got calling your past clients, sphere of influence, administrative time. Check this out. On administrative time, the casual agent's going to spend about 3 hours a day on administrative time. The balanced agent, maybe 2 hours. And the hardcore agent's going to spend 30 minutes or less. A lot of times because guess what they've done? They've hired an assistant to take care of that administrative work for them. All right, you've got your email, voicemail, and text time. You've got your social media time. And yes, you need to plan your social media time. You've got additional ineffective time, which for the casual agent is going to be substantially higher than the other two. And then you've got, of course, your time to go on appointments. You've got to go on appointments to make money in real estate. And that time for the casual agent is going to be down around 30 minutes. For the balanced agent, it's going to probably be about an hour a day. And for that hardcore agent, they're going to be going on about 2 hours of appointments each and every day. All right, how about this? Working on your business versus working in your business. A casual agent's probably not going to spend much, if any, time really working on their business in an effective way. Balanced agent's probably going to spend about 30 minutes a day working on their business. The hardcore agent's going to spend a full 1 hour each and every day working on their business to improve their business, improve their systems, and dial things in at a deeper level. How about this? Coaching generally speaking. And yes, I believe in coaching, not just because we provide coaching at Club Wealth, but because, frankly, I've always had a coach from the time I came back from my mission when I was 21 years old, getting back into the real estate business. I hired my coach, my first coach at that point in time. It was the best move I ever made professionally. And so a casual agent's probably not going to have a coach. A balanced agent's going to have one-on-one coaching at some level. And a hardcore coach is absolutely going to have coaching at some level. They're going to be at one-on-one coaching, and they're probably doing a lot of one-on-one coaching at that point. All right, so the total working hours, again, are pretty similar across the board if you look at it on a daily basis, but if you look at it on a weekly basis, it's far less over here with the hardcore agent. That's the least. In fact, hardcore agents oftentimes can get to the point where they're working 12 days a month or less. Here's the real crazy part. Check out the bottom. Here's the income. Casual agent's going to be down around $0 to $75,000 a year. Balance agent, $75,000 to $400,000 a year. And the hardcore agent's going to be at $400,000 to $1 million and more in dollars, gross commission income per year. Here's the crazy one. Dollars per hour. Check that bottom number out. $25 an hour for that casual agent. $123 per hour for that balanced agent and that hardcore agent. And when we say hardcore, it doesn't mean, again, that they're working more hours. It means that they're working more efficiently with the hours that they have, and they're doing $427 an hour and more. So where would you like to be? Think about that, and think about this. The key to your perfect daily schedule is you've got to have all these different components. All those things on the left-hand side need to be programmed in. You've got to plan your family time. How much time are you going to plan with your family? By the way, that's the first thing you should put in your schedule. Here's my recommendation to you. Develop your perfect daily schedule. Put it in your calendaring program, whether it's Outlook or iCal or Google Calendar. Put it in there. Put the stuff in there as a recurring appointment, so that it looks actually something like this. This is what it should look like. Now, yours will be in color, and if you'd like to see a color copy of ours, go to clubwealth.com/PDS. That's for perfect daily schedule. clubwealth.com/PDS, and we'll have the opportunity for you to get a hold of not only this one, but an example of a perfect daily schedule for each of these different types of agents. And by the way, what we don't have on here is massive team leaders, right? Mega team leaders. And so what I would recommend, though, is go into your calendaring program and set all of these things up in your calendaring program as a recurring appointment so that you know what's supposed to happen next. Every time you go to bed at night, you should already know what's going to happen the next day. You should never wake up in the morning not knowing what you're going to do. My name is Michael Hellickson. Again, I'm with Club Wealth. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And don't forget, go to clubwealth.com/PDS and we'll get you a copy of a perfect daily schedule that you can model yours after. And remember, you are world class.